Hi everyone. I had recently done a video for Honey and Lace, and I had updated everybody on like what was going on with startup costs and just like a little bit of information. Well, there's been a change in what's going on with Honey and Lace. They're doing an onboarding freeze right now, which I think is genius, and I think it is much needed when you start seeing a lot of growth, which is what they're experiencing right now. So it's really nice as a consultant to see, what the growing pains are and them being aggressive and, realizing that and fixing it. So right now they're accepting contracts, but they are doing like a 30-day hold. So you're really not like in the queue until at least those 30 days, which it started, I believe, on the 10th. So about 5 days ago. And I actually had a couple of people that had contacted me about signing up with Honey and Lace. And it was like a couple weeks ago, and they kind of just like watched to see how it's going. And, I actually had two of them sign up once they found out that there was going to be that hold, because they wanted to jump on it. They wanted to make sure that, they had a normal wait time. There's no guarantee that it's going to be 30 days. Right now, before that 30-day, before the onboarding hold, they had where you had the $2,000 package and you picked what inventory you wanted to carry. When I started, I had the $1,000 package as an option, and that's the one that I chose to do. But I now am in the process of trying to eliminate some of the styles that were given to me in that package, so I can carry more along the lines of like 7 to 8 different styles and do like 5 to 6 in each size for those styles. So I think that honestly doing the $2,000 package would probably be your best option, because you get to choose instead of having like a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And there's also been talk about, before they had the hold, there was talk about having a $2,800 package, which is just like a set package, kind of like how other companies have had, where you have X amount of this style and these sizes and X amount of that style, so you have more of a set collection and options for your customers versus like one Bradbury in this size and one Dixon Tea in this size and 3 of these and 5 of those. Like, you actually have, I tend to notice that even when I shop, I don't usually buy something if there's not enough options in that style, because then I kind of feel like I'm obligated, even though I'm not crazy about the print. So it's nice to have for your customers. I've had other customers tell me previously that that's what they like too. So I think it really sets you up for success, especially starting off. Plus, you get to tell, what your customers end up liking and, what sizes. Because for me, I don't really sell a lot of like the extra smalls. I sell more like medium, large, all the way up until like 3X. But then I know other people that, their customer base don't really carry many of like the 2XL and 3XL, because they don't have a lot of customers that are, more towards that size. But for me personally, I do have more people that are towards that range versus, the extra smalls. So I carry a little bit less of those as well. Right now, with ordering, Honey and Lace had been out of quite a few styles and sizes when I had gone to order. So I think that the onboarding freeze is definitely really needed, because they're focusing on that. So us as consultants can actually order what we really want, and what we're low on. So we can build our inventory, or we can always have on stock or in stock what our customers truly want. And that's not a for sure thing. We haven't really heard anything on what exactly is going to happen. So if you do decide to put in a contract, you aren't guaranteed that it's going to be done, that the freeze is going to be done in 30 days. That's just a rough estimate. It might take a little bit longer. They might decide to extend it. And you're not for sure that you're going to get the $2,000 package versus the $2,800. They haven't really touched on that. So if you do decide to put in a contract, just be prepared to have the $2,800 ready. Which honestly, I recommend starting out bigger than what $2,000 is. Like my $1,000 package, I ended up going in and, purchasing a couple thousand more of what was given to me for the startup cost. Which was nice because I was able to choose what styles I wanted to carry at that point. Right now, I've been doing this since May, and I have 5 directs right now. And then one of my first girl that signed up under me, she just got her first direct. So super exciting. With the other company, I never had anyone under me. Obviously, the startup cost was huge with that one, so that's a huge part of it. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and kind of give you an update on what's going on with Honey and Lace and how the company is looking as a whole. And I'm super excited. I am so glad that I made the switch. I had looked into other companies as well before I made the switch to Honey and Lace, and I don't know, I loved that everyone seemed humble and everyone seemed very down to earth. I found a great team to be on. My upline is amazing, super helpful. It's not about competition, and coming from another company, that's all it was huge competition of I did this better and I had this in sales, and it's really not about that. I had actually just said to somebody the other day that I don't sell clothes for the money. I really don't. Yeah, the money is great to have. I mean, whether it's an extra $500 a month or it's an extra, $3,000 a month, it doesn't matter to me because I do this to obviously stay in the positive. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be doing it if I'm below, but I do it for me. I have a 4-year-old and my husband's deployed, and this is my thing to do. You kind of get to the point where, if you're a stay-at-home mom or you're just a mom in general, whether you work or you stay home, you kind of just get into that, I don't know, that stage in your life where you're okay, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, you feel like you're labeled. That's how I feel like I'm labeled. And I have no problem being labeled as a mom and wife. I absolutely love that. But this is my thing to do. I take pride in it. I have fun doing it. The relationships that I've had happen, with customers through this company has been amazing. It's so nice when you have a bad day. And obviously I miss my husband, and obviously my son misses our husband or my husband. It's you have those days where you're oh my God, you need your me time and, someone to lean on and talk to. And I have so many customers that have reached out to me and know my personal life and know, what's going on outside of Honey and Lace. And they will reach out to me. It's that is a huge reason why I decided to go with selling clothes, because it was the entire atmosphere as a whole. That's really all that I wanted to kind of touch base on. I'll probably do another video closer to the 30-day mark, or if we get any more updates on what onboarding is going to look like. Right now on our team page, we have, I want to say it's 1,600 consultants. So still way lower than, a lot of other companies out there. And it was talked about that eventually there will be a cap so it doesn't get, too saturated, which is great. Because I believe I said in my last video that I'm in a small town and there was 10 LuLaRoe consultants, just in my town. And then, the town over had numerous amount of consultants as well, which is another small town. And when I started with Honey and Lace, I was like the only Indiana consultant that I knew of. Like our team has a team map, and right now I was the first Indiana consultant on our team, which is like a team of like 500. So I mean that gives you kind of an idea of how many consultants are spread out. Like there's states that I believe don't even have honey and lace consultants. So it's really a ground floor opportunity if you think about it. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I think that is basically it. If anyone has any questions, just feel free. I'll leave my email and my page for Facebook on down below in the comments. So if anyone has any questions, just let me know. Thanks.